Welcome back to another episode of Braving the Mountain podcast. And I wanted to talk about something today that one of my coaches said in our group coaching call. Really a group coaching call, but it's like hot seat coaching. But something that she said to somebody that really struck me, and that was stop comparing because it's where your priorities are at. So there was a lady who was getting coached, and she was talking about how she was like comparing herself to other people in the program, and she wasn't where she thought she should be. So she was shooting on herself. If you guys know, I'm a huge proponent of ending the shooting on yourself. But she was like, this person is spending 2 hours a day in the gym and running her business and just like kind of going on and on. And Samantha finally said, I have $1 million business, over $1 million business, and I don't really work out. But it's not my priority to be rocking a six pack like it is for this person. And that really like hit me because I think all of us get hung up in the comparison game. And I feel like this is really common, especially with women and in mom groups that I've been in, just comparing your parenting to other people's, how much you're getting done compared to somebody else. And what you get to realize is that maybe their priorities are just different than yours. And that's okay. And this is where, when we can sit down and get super clear on what our own values and our own priorities are, then when we see other people doing things, it doesn't matter anymore. We don't have to feel small because mom number one over there, she's got a six pack and she's running around with her kids, but maybe she's not running a business. Or maybe she has a whole team behind her and you're a solopreneur. Or maybe her life looks a little different. We don't know. But what you can figure out is, what are your priorities? Are your priorities to have that six pack? Or are your priorities to have that $1 million business? Or would you be happy with a $500,000 business? Multiple six figures to live the life that you desire because you want more time with your family. Maybe you want things to look a little differently than somebody who might be single, working out at the gym for an hour and a half a day, doesn't have any kids, killing it in her business. But those are her priorities. And so if your priorities are family time, spending time with your kids, and being able to relax, then you get to listen to that. You get to choose that. And don't let other people's priorities dictate yours. And so, if you want to figure out where your priorities are at, I'm going to give you a little exercise here. I am huge on journaling and breathwork, two things that have helped me so much in my life. But I want you to answer these questions. How do you want your life and business to look and feel? And I want you to really dwell in the realm of possibility here, not what is realistic per society standards. Really allow yourself to live in possibility. Maybe it is that $1 million business and you have a team behind you that is helping you run it. And you just have to hop on and record podcasts and course modules. And then your team takes care of everything else. They help you create the content. You record the videos, they put them together. Whatever that looks like, you live in your dream home and you wake up at whatever time you want, and you have a morning routine that you absolutely love. You're able to have a slow morning where you get your workout in. Maybe go for a walk in the sunshine because you love where you live. And you eat breakfast with your kids before you get them on the bus, or maybe you homeschool. Like, you get to decide what that vision is for you and where your priorities are at. When you start to think about how you want your life to look and feel, you're going to start to recognize where your priorities are. So look at the words that you wrote down as you were dreaming up this beautiful vision for your life and for your business. And if a six-figure business supports your dream life, then you don't need to sacrifice some of the things that these other people are sacrificing to make their six-pack a reality, to make whatever else they're after a reality, because it's not your priority. Maybe your priority is that you just want to be able to run around with your kids. And so that looks like a simpler workout. You get to decide. But when you get hung up in the comparison game, you're going to go down that rabbit hole and it's going to swirl around a little bit and then maybe even cause you to spiral. And then you don't take action on the life that you actually want because now you're confused about where your priorities are at. Take back your power. You choose your priorities. So maybe business is feeling really hard right now and you don't know why, and you're not making the income that you want, and you're throwing all your time into it, and you're wondering, why isn't this working? Why does so and so down the street make this look so easy? I want you to really sit back and think about one, the priorities that we've already talked about, what you want your life to look like, how you want to spend it, and two, how are you going to make that a reality? Because I'm going to tell you that a lot of times, especially us moms, I don't want to generalize here, but I see it really commonly amongst a lot of my clients, is we overcomplicate. We think that we have to do all these things, and we compare our business to somebody who's generating 1.2 million or a couple million or 600,000. And we don't take the time to stop, because when you're under 100K, your plan needs to be really simple. You should be able to get work done. And I shouldn't say should, but you can get work done in a couple hours a day. It's 3 simple steps to make that happen. It's breathwork infused rhythms to help you tap into that highest version of you. These are all things that I teach in Mom Biz Mastery. If you want to deep dive with some coaching, hit me up. The waitlist is open right now, and the course and the program is actually opening really soon. So if you want to get on that waitlist, let me know. But it is all about keeping things super simple. And you might even be comparing your business to somebody who doesn't even have kids. And so her business might be her baby, and that's where all of her time is spent. And so I really want you to think about, where are your priorities? Who are you comparing yourself to, and how is that making you feel? And then when you're feeling that way, what kind of action are you taking from that? And so just when you know where your priorities are at, now when these accounts pop up in your Instagram feed, instead of going down the rabbit hole and the shame spiral and all of that, you're like, oh my gosh, look at her go. She's killing it. She knows what her priorities are, and you know what yours are. So you're not getting hung up in her priorities and trying to take them on as your own, and then wondering why you don't have the six pack and the $1 million business. Instead, you're like, but I have freedom with my finances. I have time to spend with my kids. I get to go on a walk with my husband every single night. It's about your priorities, nobody else's. So let's stop the comparison game. Journal out what you want your life to look and feel like. Make a list of what your priorities are, and really start to find yourself again and step back into your power, so that you stop comparing to other people and letting that drop you right into the shame spiral rabbit hole that you don't want to be in. And then you don't take action, and then you're never going to have the 100K business that you're after, because you're hung up in this cycle. It's time to take your power back and get out of the cycle. And I will talk to you next time.